Alright, Shalom, brothers. Welcome to GMSMythdestroyers. We know it's been a while. You know, brothers been moving. Babies popping up, everything, you know. So, but we back. And basically today's lesson is going to be on none other than discretion, which is something which is a necessity in this truth that you got to have. That's part of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that comes with it, discretion. And if you don't have that, you end up making irrational, impulsive decisions. And it just makes you look like you have no common sense whatsoever. So you got to keep that in mind as I journey in this truth, ever learning journey, that that you're going to have discretion, because things are going to come up and you're going to be tested. All types of things are going to, trials, tribulations, and tough decisions we're going to have to make while we're in this truth. That's why I say it's wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Alright, I'm Awar.
Sahab.
And
Yashamat.
Alright. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, alright. And like the brother said, and this first and foremost, to set it all off, discretion is what? It's proper judgment. Alright? So with that, can you get Sirach 37 and 13? You got a scripture on that? Yeah. Because basically what it comes down to, a lot of brothers, the fault is their decision, they can't make it because their situation is not directly in the scripture line for line. Discretion takes place where you got to make this proper judgment without it being in the script, so to speak. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 13. And let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it.
You put that in the context with this lesson. It's talking about discretion, because it says in Sirach 6:32, basically how you're supposed to establish yourself in the Most High. So if you got a proper spirit, if you got oil in you, you're gonna make sound judgment. For an example, for the scripture said, "Go down to thy lust," and we're gonna get that scripture too, right? So you might be in a situation where you see this woman, and although it's a sin to say, don't say those exact words you want to say, but at the same time, it is a scripture to say, "Go down to thy lust." So you gotta be able to make that proper judgment. Use that filter, man. That's another thing about discretion. It's a filter in you, man. All right.
And that's part of a sound mind. Like, you're not all over the place. You know when and what, and you know what time it is to say some things, and you know what time it is to not say some things, basically, or do, or not do some things. All right. It's all part of proper judgment, which you learn in this truth. And that scripture brought up the word counsel. And he also said there are things that don't explain your situation entirely in the scriptures. Well, guess what? There's plenty of other brothers who done went through the same thing you done went through, according to Peter's, right? What does the book of Sirach say? It say, do nothing without advice. Seek counsel. So yeah, that's what you got to do, man. When it comes to those things, you got to seek counsel. You can't just go off, all right, well, I don't see nothing.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a position where you can't be corrected, because that's against the scriptures, man. And don't put yourself in a position where you can't be considerate. That's another scripture that we're going to get. What you're going to realize, most of the scriptures that we're going to have on deck is from Proverbs and Sirach, because those are good discretion scriptures. Good scriptures that's going to teach you judgment, being considerate, because these words are used on a daily basis. They're very vital to your survival in this truth. Can you get, I'm just going to skip around now. Sirach 32 and 18. Like I said, if you got a scripture on deck, y'all should just bring it out.
I don't think it was scripture. I can't remember what it said. What it say, is it not for you to know judgment? I ain't got a word, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know where it is on.
Sirach chapter 32, verse 18. A man of counsel will be considerate.
Wait a minute, the brother just went into a man of counsel how other brothers might have went through what you've gone through. And the brother's right. That's why I said, see, the details of life might not be in the scriptures tit for tat. But the general understanding is, and an experienced brother is where you're going to get your counsel from. See, always put yourself in a position where you're going to have a guide in the truth.
And what is general? Common.
Common.
What does it go back? Common sense.
Common.
All right.
Yeah.
When you link two and two together, that's common sense.
Yeah.
Like,
actually, we're using common sense as we break this down.
Right. And we break it down. You know, you can't, like, let's say somebody offers you $10 million to tongue kiss a man. Well, I ain't gay, brother. You know, I was just doing this to help the camps out. Like, nah, man. Use your you do you not realize that you lost all your integrity, your dignity, you dropped your moral values, and you basically sinned against the Most High for some money, man. It's common sense not to do it.
You label mankind even if you didn't actually do the whole act.
And if it's struggling like that within you, it's like, I don't know what to do. You need to go ask brothers, man. You need to go, and you need to ask more than one. You need 2-3 brothers around you to see what's going on, man.
And Esau, speaking of that, that's why I like Dave Chappelle for what he is, man. Because Esau gets off on make people sell out for money. And he already knows he has the power, and Jake totally throws his integrity out the window, their dignity for money. And you got very few men that turn their backs from that little money, man. So that takes integrity, man. But yeah, let's
got a quick scripture
okay,
on
yeah.
what y'all saying, right?
All right, bring it up.
This 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9 and 10. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
And that broke itself down.
Yeah.
And that goes into what this brother was saying. People that do away with their dignity keep chasing that little bait, the little carrot in front of your face.
Right.
You know, that money, and you see it in Jake all the time. Even the mainly the Southern Kingdom, man. Rihanna's and the Carrie Hilsons, they get rich. All of a sudden, they got blonde hair, green contacts, all types of Edomites then pop them and stuff. You know, you already know what happened.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
This is more to this.
All right, so like
verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, and it didn't say money was the root of all evil. It said the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right, what you will do for the money.
Yep.
Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Yep, so that's why I said she that liveth in pleasures, there while she liveth.
And they say they living in sorrows. Notice in 1 Peter chapter 3, it tells you, what's it, chapter? I believe it's chapter 3, but it tells you suffer not as an evildoer.
Chapter 4.
That's chapter 4?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it says suffer not as an evildoer. So yeah, when you start chasing, and the reason why we getting into chasing money and certain women and certain other temptations in this society, because that's where a brother seems to, their discretion seems to wiggle a little bit, you know. They start letting their flesh control them instead of keeping proper judgment, and they end up committing adultery. They end up damn near selling their soul or putting themselves in just a horrible situation, man. And or they inconsiderate towards brothers. It all comes into play.
Once again, I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna cut in right quick. Never block your mind out from advice, man. Never shut your world off from brothers, man. I always keep counsel. I always text, call brothers, man. If you can't be with them in person, never shut your life off from brothers, man. Don't think I got it or you just got it, because you don't. I don't care who this pertains to. Never cut it off from brothers, man. These scriptures, man. That's what it keeps emphasizing. A prudent man is considerate, man. Who cares if you could break down certain scriptures, man?
Yeah, and a prudent man has discretion, because it says a prudent, in the book of Proverbs, it tells you a prudent man looketh well to his going. So what is that he thinks ahead of time, and he also thinks of consequences, and thinks of how he's conducting himself. So when a prudent man is on the scene, he's basically, okay, if I say this or if I do this, what are the consequences? How is it going to come out? Am I doing the right thing? If not, how would this play out? Nah, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that mind frame in this truth, or just being straightforward. You will fall out, man. When times get tough in America, man, if you keeping up with the news, man, and if you just seeing what's going on, it's here, man. It's here. I was talking earlier this week, and I was actually just thinking to myself, and when it was the 1920s in America, and 30s and stuff, yeah, it was segregated and Jake was catching hell. But guess what? Really, America wasn't as wicked as it is now, man. Faggots were getting killed, man. Women, they didn't have no rights. They wasn't working. The man was in power then. They dressed like women. Then you had it wasn't chemtrails all over the food.
Food wasn't poison like that.
You didn't have genetically modified food. You didn't have abortions. You didn't have transvestites.
You didn't have drugs like that.
Yeah, AIDS,
crack cocaine.
Yeah, all that stuff. You didn't have all that. But now, go from all the way then to now, and see the faggots, the genetically modified food, the cloned meat, the pink slime in the meat. It has gotten wicked to the point where you like, what else can this white man do to make it even more wicked? You know, what can get worse in this society? And what did the scripture say? Once the white man's wickedness reaches to the heavens, that's when the Most High is making his move on this place. So now that we at this point, what can this man do to just possibly get even worse? He trying to bring in the new world order now.
That was the brother was texting about it. Esau just made sex robots, man. He used to make sex dolls. Now he's making sex robots.
Robot prostitutes.
A robot prostitute, man. So that's just, so he's doing away with anything that the Most High made natural, man. That's why it's nothing but pornography over the internet and things like that. So in a society as wicked as this, going back to the lesson, you gotta have the discretion in this society, especially when this devil come down with all his wickedness, because he tries to entice you with it, man. It's easier this way. It's cooler. There won't be any problems. All that madness, and he gonna do the same thing with the chip, and that's the main time you're gonna need sound judgment, that proper judgment.
Yep.
All right. Sirach chapter 32 verse 18. A man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
Now that word considerate, it literally means circumspect, because you're considering every possible reaction towards his action. And that word considerate is coupled with discretion, because discretion is you looking at the possible outcome of what's going to happen. When you consider it, you're considering the possible outcome of that situation, which goes into the word prudent, because the word prudent goes into the word vision.
That's right.
So you actually foresee the outcome before it happens. And that's a gift. It's good to have that. It's important to have that in the truth.
Yeah, because Jake is sottish and impulsive, man.
Yo, and impulsive is totally contrary. It's totally adverse to sound judgment. Once your impulse kicks up, your judgment is like bye-bye somewhere, man. Like what? And that's why I said a strange man. A strange man is impulsive. He's strange because he's unpredictable. He's not familiar. Like, we know each other's character. So we kind of predict how brothers act in their everyday life. A strange man is like, he'll get this reaction. What? He did what? He what? We gotta go get him out.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. He spent all this. Come on, man. That's strange. It's unpredictable. It comes out of nowhere with it.
Yep.
You know?
Man, I ain't got no money.
Right.
It's tax time, man. Like you know, you just everything, man. You gotta have it. All right. But a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear, even when of himself he have done without counsel.
Yeah, even if it's something pertaining to you, you still ask for counsel, man. Even if it's just some of your personal going, if you feel like I need a wider understanding of my situation, talk. There's always a brother that's been through something similar, man. Like even me, although we're the heads of the count, you got brothers that's got 10 years on us. So of course, through experience, they've experienced certain things that we haven't. So you think I'm not gonna go to him for a particular situation I know he might be experienced in? You know, that's why our elder brothers for us, they always tell us experience is the key, and the elders always say experience is the key. You know.
Yup. Yep. Not excuses are the key.
Yeah, man. Excuses. Not that I'm important, but that's my personal pet peeve. Either you did it or you didn't do it. That's it. And responsibility hates excuses, man.
Yup.
Point blank, period.
That's why I said a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear. Because when he starts getting rebuked, instead it's nothing but a whole bunch of excuses of why this and that and that. Did you do it or did you not do it? Was you wrong? Well, yes, you was wrong. Now you're getting rebuked for your wrong, and this is how it should have been done according to the scriptures. Take it and learn from it. Don't make a whole bunch of excuses. You know, you can't be that way in this truth, acting as if you can't be told anything. Alright?
Right.
Verse 19. Do nothing without advice.
Do nothing without advice. Do nothing without advice. That's it. I don't even know how to break it down further than what it's saying. Do nothing without advice. Small situations. Brother, have you ever heard of this particular spot? What you think of it? Nah, brother, you shouldn't go there because this and that be happening all the time. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? The water for the hands up. Brothers don't want to get advice because their impulse keeps them from wanting to hear something that's going to keep them from doing what they want to do anyway. Like, if I ask this brother about it, he going to be like, you shouldn't do it. But your heart pumping, you got blood running, so you want to do it. So you don't want to ask for advice because you know a brother in his right mind going to tell you not to do it, man.
Yeah, and mainly because you know it's wrong.
You know it's wrong. And only rational you have is you trying to rationalize your impulse. You know? That's why I said, strange and proud man is not daunted with fear. Another word for fear in that sense is discretion. Is that filter to say, you shouldn't do that. I need to get counsel on that. If I do that, I'm going to embarrass myself. And that's important because if you're in the truth, you represent Israel. You are Israel. People are looking at you and saying, that's how Israelites supposed to act. That's how a man of the Most High is supposed to act.
We're the kingdom of heaven.
We're the kingdom of heaven, personified.
So how's the kingdom of heaven supposed to be acting, man? You know? The men of the Lord on the highways, byways, majority of them are the 144,000. Those are the leaders of the 1/3 and the rest of Israel. So, under King David and the 12 apostles, of course, but how is the 144,000 supposed to carry themselves, man? When you at that, when the Most High got you and blessed you with this and put you on that type of level to have enough sense and to learn it, you gotta run with it, man. Like I said, discretion is key to a lot of things, because like I said, it comes with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right.
I got one more scripture unless y'all brothers got some.
All right, you can go ahead.
Sirach 18 and 27. I could read it right quick, so I'm already there.
All right.
Sirach 18 and 27. So like I said, this book Sirach in Proverbs, that's what brothers need to get into. If you feel like you lack discretion, you need to pray for it and get the understanding through the scriptures. Sirach and Proverbs are good books that teach on sound judgment. Sirach 18 and 27. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he would beware of offense.
Yup.
But a fool would not observe time.
Yep. A fool not gonna observe any of that, man. when he's offending, he's just gonna keep on offending, man. He's not gonna be like, wait a minute, I'm going off, man. I need to do something about this.
No.
Now it's just continue. A wise man, like I said, a wise man will fall. All right, especially in this society, man. That's why I said the righteous rehearse, the just rehearse the righteous acts.
Yep.
You know, so, but the
acts.
wise man know when he fall and tries to correct that. But you got fools amongst Israel who know that they're Israelites and they want to be niggas. And I'm gonna be straightforward. We ain't got time for niggas here, all right? And when it's time to go to war, I don't want no nigga right beside me who ready to run out on you, all right?
You in Vietnam, it's time to fight. You want to have sex with the prostitutes over there.
Right.
You know?
It's filled with people trying to kill you, and this dude sitting up there trying to rape somebody, man.
Right. Now leave that little woman alone, man.
Yeah, handle business.
We're on a mission, right? All right.
Yeah, no time. And
then the Most High gave that guy syphilis, you know what I mean?
Right. You're right. And that's what the Most High can give you syphilis, give you herpes, everything, man. Then I don't want to be next to no fucking tyrant either, man.
Right.
All right. Some power hungry nigga who just want to beat the hell out of somebody as soon as the Lord give him a little bit of power, man.
Right. Make him do push-ups.
Yeah.
All right, had that spirit of Saul on him, man.
Right. Instead of ruling over the heathen, he want to rule over the rest of Israel with an iron fist, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, like that movie The Experiment with Forrest Whitaker. He literally got off on having that power.
Yeah.
He literally got off on it. You know?
If you watch the movie The Experiment, that guy Forrest Whitaker, they put him all up in a room, which is a good movie. They put him all up in a prison and made people the prison guards. One of them the leader of the guards, and they made prisoners. And they was left them in there for a couple weeks, I believe, to see how they would all react living in that environment. And basically everybody went crazy. And that guy Forrest Whitaker, he was the leader of the guards. He never had that type of power before. He was always in the basement living with his mama. He was a loser, like the rest of these swine cops you see walking the street. And this guy, when he realized that he had all that power to make him do whatever he wanted, this dude actually got a hard on for it, man. And he just went crazy after that, pissing on people and everything. So yeah, we ain't got no time for tyrants in Israel, nor niggas, man.
And that's a lack of discretion too, because even this discretion goes for everybody. Camp leaders have to have discretion towards the other brothers under them, man.
You gotta be fair.
You gotta be fair. You gotta know their spirits, man. You just can't say stuff off the bat without judging the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I like this brother better. So I'm gonna automatically take his side.
Right.
And say F this other brother. No, man. You gotta be fair in everything that you do. You know? And we hope, okay, and basically we hope, you got a scripture? Mm-hmm. Alright, we basically hope that you brothers was edified by this lesson. It's a good lesson. We really hope you were, because it's a good thing to have discretion while you're in your daily life, and especially while you're out there on the highways and byways, man. Alright. With that, we're going to give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders, honors to you brothers who do the work. And till next time on GMS Myth Destroyers, Shalom.
Shalom.